This video is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is an all-in-one platform for building your brand and growing your business online. Hello. I don't know. Hi everybody. Welcome back to another video. Why do I still have a seatbelt on? That is your sign to wear a seatbelt though. Hello everybody. Welcome back. Obviously, you can see the thumbnail that we have a super exciting loving video today. Loving, great, noun, adjective, whichever it fits. Today we are with none other than Bestie Sarah. Hi. So I came back down to New Jersey. Is anyone surprised?
She did.
Sarah came up with this video today for us.
No, we brainstormed together.
No, we were brainstorming, but you were like the brains behind it.
Okay.
Like we were brainstorming, I was the storm, you were the brain, you know?
Okay, I like that.
We were like throwing video ideas off of each other. And
We're basically in a meeting.
we were basically in a meeting this morning as I woke up and I still barely have any brain cells like functioning right now. She was like, yeah, so what if we did like the random TBR? Like if you guys watch Rachel Catherine's video, she does this sometimes for her like monthly TBRs and it's so fun. And you basically take like a bunch of prompts. You can go on Pinterest, Instagram, whichever you see fit, and there's like a bunch of prompts and you can choose from those for like whatever you're doing. So we thought, let's take 20 prompts and let's number them. And then we're gonna do a random number generator and then we're gonna pick 3, but 2 of them are for me. So like the first 2 that I pick, it's going to be like books that I'm picking for myself according to the prompt, and then the third one, it's gonna be the same prompt for both of us, but I'm picking a book for Sarah, she's picking a book for me.
A fun little swap
Type of thing, a fun little swap. And so that's what we're doing. And so I have all of the 20 prompts right here. So to go through them for you guys really quick, we have animals on the cover, flower, leaves, or trees on the cover, book set in a magical city, illustrated cover, book with a name in the title, a book with a one-word title, a book with a place in the title, a book that's been on your to-buy list for a long time, a book you chose because of the cover, a murder mystery, a YA book, a book with a blue cover, a book with an ocean on the cover, recommended by a friend, a green book cover with a map on the front, no, a green book cover, a book with a map in the front, a book about sports, a book everyone is talking about right now, a 2023 release, or a book with a great first line. We are going to pick. We're going to do the random number generator. Sarah has it on her phone.
I do have it.
You do.
Do you want to spin? Or you don't want to spin?
No, I want you to do it. The anticipation.
What if you get the same number, but you don't want the same number? Or should we just do that?
Yeah, you just do
okay, you got 19.
19, which was a 2023 release.
I think
Okay.
that's fun.
Spin again.
If you get the same one as me, I'm going to be so sad because we wrote 20 down.
I'm actually scared though.
Oh yeah, 14.
14. Recommended by a friend.
Oh, that's fun. Are you going to text like a random friend or am I the friend?
I don't know. So now we're going to pick the third one.
Yes.
Of what we're picking for each other.
Okay. Okay. Here we go. We're spinning. 7.
7.
Yes.
A book with a place in the title.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fun.
So I just consulted with Haley and we're gonna wait for a response. I'm sure we're gonna take like a little bit in here to like really find what we want in here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna consult with Haley and see what her book pick is for me. If I were to guess,
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
I feel like she's in her Stephen King era.
Oh, you think she's gonna give you? Wait, what about that one book she just loved by Stephen King that she was gonna give us for the other video?
I know, Billy Summers. What if she's
Is that what
read
it
that?
is?
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's reading all her Stephen
Oh my
King books
god,
right
yeah.
now.
What
You
if
might be
she's
reading.
I may be reading a Stephen King book today. I don't know.
That would be great.
We shall see, but we're gonna go into Barnes and Noble. So, we're in here.
How many books? Yeah, we are in here.
We are indeed in here, and I found all of my books, and I have one extra. But Haley sent me a text. She told me what book that she wanted, which I already guessed it in the car.
Yeah.
And you're a part of the group chat, so Sarah like knows the book that I got.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought she was gonna
But
say.
I really had to have all of the workers go on a hunt for it. Like none of us could find the book, but we found it. Like we indeed did find it. Then I found a romance that isn't even supposed to be released yet. That was one of my most anticipated reads for the month.
Really? Was
Yes.
that? Do I want to read it? Maybe. I'm gonna go look. I'm gonna go for a stroll again.
Yeah, go for a stroll. Go ahead and knock yourself out. We are out of Barnes & Noble. That was such like a interesting experience for me because I like couldn't find Haley's book pick. And it had been sitting on the table in front of me the whole entire time. So I went in there and we were shopping for the book. So mine was also 2023 release. Also, no, not also. And then I had a book recommendation from a friend. And then we phoned in Haley. She told me Billy Summers. So that's what I got. I was even key. The funny thing is like back in like 2021, I started this book. I think I got like not even 100 pages into it. And then I was like, yeah, time to read another book. Not like in a bad way, but just like, I don't know, like my book tastes were so much different back then. Like I strictly only read romance. And now I delve into other things. This is like more, this isn't a horror, it's like a crime. Like he's like, that's mystery. Yeah, it's like a little mystery. So I'm very excited because didn't Haley rate this a 5 stars? Yeah. Yeah. She rated it a 5 stars, so I'm very excited to see what I think about it. And I think she wanted to recommend me the JFK one that she's reading right now. And
if you give this 5 stars, I'm gonna
go like this. And then the 2023 release one that I chose was none other than yours truly by Abby Jimenez. Funny thing is, this book isn't supposed to release until April 11th.
So you're special.
No. You know what's so funny? She posted on her Instagram, like before I came here, like the day before I came here, and she was like, some Barnes & Nobles are putting them out early. And I was like, what if I go to Jersey and they have it?
Oh, so I have the chosen Barnes &
And I'm genuinely so excited to read this. Like this is like one of my more anticipated reads because I absolutely love Abby Jimenez and her books. And then I bought a book that I didn't need because I bought Lucy Score's Rock Bottom Girl.
The cover is so pretty. I didn't even know they sold that.
No, the reason that I got it is because I have not been buying the book because of the cover.
It's so ugly.
And then I saw this.
So you guys don't want to see what, I don't have it with me. I'm like, do you want to see what my cover looks like?
Oh my gosh.
There's a soccer ball on it.
But those are all of the books I got. And plus, Heartless. This is the one Sarah picked out for me. She did give me Heartless by Marissa Meyer, and I actually picked out another Marissa Meyer book for her to read.
I can't believe that happened.
Because I really want to read Renegades, like that little series, and I always look at the cover. Doesn't the cover look absolutely sickening when you look at it? Look at that.
This is the book.
I love that. I love that cover.
It's giving like, I actually don't know what it gives.
It gives like video game vibes. That's what I love about it. Like it's very like, I feel like very city, like which is gonna be different. And why I picked it for you is because I feel like you don't love the like medieval, and this feels like very city, very urban to me.
And I don't think I've read a fantasy like that.
No, and this one's kind of like, I feel like this one's gonna give me like Once Upon a Broken Heart vibes. I feel.
And if it does, I'll read that next.
Yes. So these are our books that we picked. We're gonna start getting to reading. I don't know what book I want to read first.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we need to like get Starbucks, eat, and then we'll like see what we're in the mood for.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So that's what we're gonna do. Before we get into me reading any of the books for this video, we're gonna get into the business of today's video, which is thanking our sponsor, which is Squarespace. If you guys don't know, Squarespace is literally the best platform to build your online business. Whether that's a blog, whether that's an online storefront, whether that's literally whatever you want it to be, Squarespace is the way to go. They allow you to have full creative realm of your online business. They have so many different features that you guys can use to customize, make it any way you want, that showcases your personality within your own brand. Plus, all of their features are super easy to navigate, and it makes customizing your website super simple. Some of their best features include member areas, which is how basically creators can monetize their own content, which allows you to free up your time and unlock a new revenue stream by selling your created content, whether that's online newsletters, whether that's maybe some online courses, maybe that's some certain videos that you're just going to sell on that website that you can sell to free up some of your time, and it's super easy to navigate with the member areas. They also have the blogging and commenting tool. This allows you to have threads of comments, likes, replies, anything like that. This helps you build a community within your website. You can also use this tool to categorize, share, and schedule all of your posts. I think my favorite feature on Squarespace is how you can connect all of your socials. All you have to do is push website domain, and then you can connect whatever socials that you want, and then that way also anyone who's coming on your website, all of your followers can also share those too, and they can see them. It just allows another way to be sharing all of your different socials in one platform. If this is interesting to you guys can go to squarespace.com to get a free trial, and then when you guys are ready to launch, you guys can go to squarespace.com/des.sidwell to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you so much to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. You guys are awesome. You guys need to go visit Squarespace. Let's get into the reading part of today's video. Hello. I don't think I've updated like my actual thoughts on the book. I'm about 50% through right now, and I'm feeling a little conflicted because like there are parts where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm enjoying this, but then it gets weird, and then I'm like, okay, wait, I'm confused. And I think what this is it's a Alice in Wonderland-ish retelling, but like the Queen of Hearts. Is that what you said? Like, it's the Queen of, like the origin story of the Queen of Hearts. Oh, I'm not looking forward to the end of this book. I don't know. I feel like this is going to be like a 3 stars on the high end.
Are you heading home? We get out at 1, so.
3?
Yeah.
Listen, that's fine.
You haven't even read it yet. I'm like acting like it's like your favorite.
No, because I feel like I might like it.
I feel like
even though you don't like it, I might.
But I don't know how to feel about it, because like I enjoy it at some points, but then like other points I'm like, I don't know what we're doing, and I don't know. But I do feel like it's like going to be a 3 stars. I feel like this isn't a book that I will ever like think about after I finish it. Just saying. Sarah's reading Renegades right now, which is also the same author, so we're reading the same
you're
author.
reading the books we gave each other.
Yeah.
I know. I'm only 40 pages in. Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
I was confused at first, but now it's like fun.
First it was scary, then it was...
No, stop this.
Okay, but I literally remember that now that I like was quoting that in our other collab video, and now I just quoted it again.
My favorite one is Clip.
I know, you text that all the time. You'll be like, any circumstance, like Sarah will be like, club, another club. Miami, like, you know that Kardashian when Chloe's like, literally Nobu Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna try to finish this book and then update when I have thoughts. I'm 75% through the book right now, and literally I feel like the whole entire time, I don't know, it just makes it go repetitive, kind of dull, and then I just feel like there's not enough romance for it to be like this. I don't know, I'm not attached to the romance either. This clip is obviously back at my house. I am back in good old Indiana for like another hour, and then I'm getting on another plane and going to Florida. So that's probably where the rest of this video is going to take place. Not probably. It is where the rest of this video is going to take place. But I did finish Heartless in New Jersey, and I never like did a clip talking about it. So this is that clip. We're going to talk about it in this clip. Heartless by Marissa Meyer. So this was Sarah's book pick for me. We picked, what was the prompt? It was like YA. I think it was just like a YA book. And we both picked fantasy books for each other and actually both picked the same author. I don't know why I'm reiterating that, because like you guys have watched the video, like you guys know. So this book is kind of essentially a retelling. I don't know if like she markets them or says that they're retellings, but they feel like a retelling because it is basically like the origin story of the Queen of Hearts, and you see like the Mad Hatter character, like the Cheshire Cat, the rabbit, you know, like all of that stuff is in this book, just told like from a different point of view, I guess. And it's from the point of view of the Queen of Hearts, and her name is Catherine. She wants to be a baker. You hear that throughout the whole entire book. That's basically all that you hear throughout the whole entire book, is how bad she wants this bakery. And it's like instilled in your brain that she wants this bakery with her best friend. But she is set up to marry the King of Hearts. She doesn't want to. And some stuff ensues, okay? So for me, I rated this book a 3 stars because it was enjoyable. I think the atmosphere was fun. Like, it reminded me, the atmosphere of the book was very fairy tale-esque and reminded me of Once Upon a Broken Heart. Not near as good as Once Upon a Broken Heart, but it reminded me of that. And I loved the love interest in this book. He was everything to me. He he was so sweet, and I just loved everything about him, and that was like the redeeming quality of this book. Why I didn't really like this book was because it just felt super repetitive, and it felt like absolutely nothing was happening. Again, it was just repeating everything, and while I loved the love interest, I wasn't attached to the romance aspect of the book, because I felt like there just wasn't enough of it for me to be attached to it, if that makes any sense. Like, I just don't feel like I saw enough of them and felt a connection between them to really like care about them. Other than that, it was like a fun, enjoyable book, so it got a 3 stars from me. First book down, on to the second one. Hi, literally me in the same exact position and the same exact everything, same exact clip and everything. But the second book that we are reading for today's video is none other than Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. Fun fact, what day is it? It is, Alexa, what's today's date?
It's Friday, April 7th. By the way, you can also ask me, what happened today in history?
No, this isn't even supposed to release until the 11th, and you guys saw in this video that I found this, which was just mind-blowing to me. I actually started this on the plane, so I'm like probably 40-ish% through this book right now. And I started this on the plane, like I just said, and literally on the plane, I had this moment where they started mentioning TikTok. And like, if you mention it in passing, like, we know that this is one of my biggest book aches. If you mention it in passing, whatever. They literally started talking about like algorithms and like their TikTok For You page and like TikToks that they see. And I was like, no. Like, everything came crashing down when that happened. Like, happened one time, she was talking about TikTok, and then they started having a conversation about TikTok, and I was like, are you guys TikTokers? You guys are literal like doctors. Like, why are we talking about TikTok in this book right now? Other than that, I'm absolutely loving this book. I love the guy. He is everything. He is one of the most relatable characters ever to me personally, and I love them together. And he has a Bernese Mountain Dog, and if you guys don't know, Charlie is a Bernese Mountain Dog mixed with a poodle, so it hits a little close to home, and it is just so adorable. Abby Jimenez's books are like a breath of fresh air to me. They are just like always so enjoyable. There's always just like, they're funny, they're just lighthearted. Well, not so, they deal with like heavier topics, but she deals with it in a way where it still feels very lighthearted. And there was literally a time that I was reading this on the plane, and I literally was in tears. Like, tears were about to stream down my face. I wasn't letting them, because like, that's one of my worst fears, is to like cry on a plane in front of people. But I was just so like connected to this book. Like, I had like a visceral reaction to it. So we're gonna continue with Yours Truly. I'm literally about to get on another plane, and I'm probably going to finish it on said plane, and we're gonna have a good grand old time. So let's continue reading Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. Hey guys, we're literally in 3 different states for today's video. I'm now at the place that I'm staying at in Florida, and I thought that I should let all of you know that I finished Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez on the plane here. So I literally just read this book on the plane back home and then on the way here. So we finished this. What are my thoughts? I really like this book. I would say that this is in the top 3 for the Abby Jimenez books for me. It's so refreshing to read her books. They're like great palate cleansers. They're so funny. And the guy in this book was literally so sweet. Everything that you would want. Literally every single thing that you would want in a man, like ever. He was so adorable, and he was so relatable to me personally that it was so nice to see this in a character. Overall, I rated this a 4.25. I know it's annoying when I do that, like 4.25, 4.75, but it's because I feel like it articulates it perfectly, because I loved the couple, but there were like a few things, like there's something that happens at the end of this book that literally comes out of nowhere, and I feel like they don't spend a lot of time on it. And then there's another subplot in this book that is talked about so heavily throughout the whole entire book, and then I felt like that like turned into a small thing and kind of felt rushed at the end of the book. Like, some of the things dragged out in this book, and then a lot of things felt rushed at the end, and so because of that, it kind of took the rating down a little bit. But I still absolutely adore Abby Jimenez's books, and I literally can't wait to hear if you guys have read it this month. I literally loved it. 4.25. On to the last book for today's video. Let's get to it. Hey guys, same clip, literally. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, last book is the Stephen King book. I haven't read a Stephen King book since I was a senior in high school. I don't know why I'm saying that like I'm like prehistoric. I've been out of high school for 2 years, but oh, That like just hit me like a truck saying that. I feel like I've never thought about that. Anyway, we're gonna avert this crisis. I haven't read a Stephen King book for a little over 2 years now. I think the last book that I read by him was Misery, and I didn't like that. But it might have been because I was in misery in high school. So if I like this, I may try to like retry some Stephen King books. But we have Billy Summers. This one isn't a horror. This one is described as like a crime novel. And this was the one that Haley recommended me. Haley has been in her Stephen King era. Oh my god, I have to watch that video. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm about to watch it with my morning coffee. But I trust Haley like with my life, and I love her book recs. Obviously, you guys saw like our collab video. We all have very similar tastes. So I feel like if she rated this a 5 stars, that I'm really gonna like it. And I'm excited because this is kind of like outside my comfort zone. Like, not in the sense that I wouldn't read this book, but in the sense that this isn't a book that I would go and like grab for. So Haley, I'm so excited to give one of your faves a try. Let's start reading Billy Summers by Stephen King. Update time, because I have not did an update for Billy Summers. So I actually started this yesterday, I think. I've had such a weird experience reading this book because I thought that right now I would be finished in editing this video, but unfortunately I am not. What has been happening right now, I am on page 130, and for some reason I am just reading this book so much slower than like I usually read, and like that's fine. Like, I'm not really worried about that. It's the thing that like I pick up the book and then I like it. Like, I like the story and I like everything that's happening and I find it very interesting, and I'm like, what's gonna happen next? And then I will close the book, or it's just not holding my attention. Like, I kind of want to fall asleep. It's like so weird because I'm enjoying it, and I literally like feel like I would rate this like pretty high, and I am literally not even like 20, I'm not even 30% through this book yet. Like, I can't really like say that, but it's just like the reading experience so far has been a little unusual for me. Also, if you hear the background noise, I am watching 50 First Dates right now. Also, in case you guys are wondering, it is freezing outside. Like, it's literally 60, but it feels 40 degrees outside because it's so windy today. So I've been really trying to knock this book out, and I have been pleasantly surprised by like the characters and how much I care about the character. Like, I'm gonna be honest, going into this, I've read Stephen King books before. I didn't think that I was really gonna love this, but I'm actually pleasantly surprised. But it's so weird because like my reading experience is like, usually with books like this, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to get back to this book, and I feel like that, like I want to pick it up and read it, but I'm reading it like, I don't know, like so slow. I don't know. It's a weird thing, but we're gonna continue reading this and hopefully finish it today because I do want to get this video up. My camera battery's about to die, and that's okay. I just finished Billy Summers by Stephen King, and this book literally took me, I kid you not, I think like 3 days to read. I know that that doesn't sound long at all, and it's not, but in the scope of like how fast I read books, it is very unusual that this type of book took me this long to read, if that makes any sense. I did finish it, and I'm very conflicted on my thoughts for this book. It is definitely not a 5 stars by any means, but I'm very conflicted with where it falls between a 3 and a 4. I don't know if it's a 3, I don't know if it's a 3.5, I don't know if it's a 3.75, and I don't know if it's a 4. I don't want to give away a lot lot of the story, because I feel like you don't get a lot, and the story kind of changes its plot throughout the book and you get introduced to new characters. I will say though that I did really fall in love with the main character. You learned so much about him, and I didn't think that we were gonna like learn a lot about him. I honestly thought that this book was just gonna have like the one plot and that was gonna be it. I moved the party out here, and if you can hear the ocean waves, I'm sorry, or maybe you're welcome, depending on how you feel about that. And I'll give you guys a little scenic view of what's going on right here. I've read Stephen King's books before. I don't love his writing. There's just something about it that I just don't particularly vibe with. I don't know, like I feel like when I think about that, because when I think of like why this book took me so long to finish, and again, it's like not like it took so long to finish, but for my personal how I read and how I know that I read, and it took me a long time. Like even my mom was like, oh my god, like you have literally been sitting here and picking up this book and reading it for like long periods of time over so many days and you were not getting through it. And I was like, I don't know, and I genuinely think it's because of the writing of the book, and because like I said, I was interested in the story, I liked the characters. I just do think this goes down to the writing, but I think I'm going to give it a 3.75. I know that that's so annoying. Every time I give it like a 0.25 or 0.75, I always feel so annoying, but it just feels like the perfect rating for that book. So Billy Summers is getting 3.75, and that concludes today's video. Finally, I felt like I was never going to finish this video. Truly, I was like, I don't know if I'm ever going to finish this book. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys haven't already, go watch Sarah's video. We did like the same video. You guys know the whole collab thing. Go watch hers if you haven't already. Like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff that you guys know how to do. And I will see you guys when I see ya. Peace.